Hey, what's up soldiers? My name is GregFPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire, and welcome to another video here today on the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the TEC-9, the new SMG that just got added into Black Ops Cold War, and more specifically in Zombies. Now, as you can see, I've used this weapon a lot. I have the Dark Ether camo on it already, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I think this is definitely one of the best SMGs in the game. It seems like every time Treyarch releases new weapons, they kind of top the previous predecessors, which is actually a really good thing to see when it comes to Cold War in general. The evolution of the weapons have definitely gotten better, and the Tec-9 is no exception. Now, the really interesting thing about this SMG is if you change the barrel, it actually changes the fire rate of the weapon. So you can use this weapon semi-automatic, 3-round burst, and also fully auto. Now, fully auto is by far the best, I would say, because you unlock it fairly late in getting all the attachments for this weapon, and it definitely just makes it so much better. This thing can shred through megatons really effectively, even without ring of fire, and I personally think it is a great weapon that they added into the game. So the first thing we're going to do is just go through the attachments for this weapon, the best ones in my personal opinion. Now, if you guys have different attachments or use different stuff, let me know down below in the comment section. Now, the big draw or like downside, I guess, with this weapon is the amount of ammo that you have. The highest magazine is only 39 bullets, which isn't really that great. It definitely runs out of ammo quickly because the damage per shot is super good, especially when you're using the semi-auto and 3-round burst variants. Those will literally shred through zombies, but I just prefer the fully auto. The damage does go down a little bit, and so does the effective damage range when you're using the fully auto version, which we'll get into now. But overall, it's still a really good weapon. So let's jump into the attachments, guys. And first off, I like using the quick dot LED. I like using it for pretty much every single weapon in the game, except for like shotguns and stuff, and I just think it's great. Next up is the muzzle. Now, like I said, use the full auto repeater. I think that's definitely the best one. As you can see, the fire rate is 45% more, but you lose effective damage range and horizontal recoil, but it doesn't really make the weapon bad at all, although you lose a lot. And as you can see here, there's also the burst fire, which increases the fire rate fairly decently, but you also lose effective damage range. And then just normal, you get like vertical recoil control if you don't have burst fire or full auto repeater. It's just going to be semi-automatic single shot. Next up is the barrel. I use the task force barrel for the more damage, effective damage range, and bullet velocity. This definitely helps, but you lose vertical and horizontal recoil, and also the max starting ammo, so that's not as good either. For body, I use the flashlight just for increased salvage. Next up is the underbarrel. I use field agent grip for the more vertical recoil and horizontal recoil. That will help a lot. Next up is the magazine. Like I said, I use the 39 round. This is definitely the most ammo that you can hold, so it's definitely worth it. Next up is the handle. I use airborne elastic wrap for the aim down sight time, flitch resistance, and aim while going prone, although I don't go prone at all. Shooting move speed and sprint to fire time is slower, but it's not a huge deal. And last but not least, I use the stock. For stock, I use collapse stock for the sprint to fire time. So this is my attachments. Now, a lot of these are interchangeable. Like these two last categories can be changed whenever you feel like it, really. But overall, I was actually super surprised with this weapon. I wasn't expecting it to be as strong as it actually is. So I'm glad that they added another good SMG into the game. But it's definitely, you know, worth using, I would say, for sure. And to get it Dark Ether, it is a little bit annoying when you're on the semi-auto version and the burst fire, but once you get those two done, you'll really enjoy the weapon, I think, a lot more. I just think it's really unique how it changes, and I'd like to see more weapons like that, how you can change the fire rate on them specifically. So as far as this weapon goes, on a scale of 1 to 10, I usually give an overall rating. Personally, I would give this weapon like an 8.5. I would actually say it is my favorite SMG currently out of all the DLC SMGs that we've gotten. I really like the MAC-10 as well, but I think this is a little bit better, and possibly along with the AK-74U, probably the best SMG in the game. It's pretty much on that tier. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think of the weapon down below in the comment section. My name is GregFPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.